The political turmoil in Poland is heating up, and we will ask for sort of explanation of the current situation. Professor Krzysztof Szczucki, lawyer and politician of the Law and Justice. Sir, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
And please explain us, do we have a legal dualism when two different chambers of the Supreme Court are issuing contradictory verdicts?
We have the legal verdict of the Supreme Court of the Chamber of Extraordinary Cases and Public Affairs, and this chamber announced that Mariusz Kamiński and Maciej Wąsik are legal member of parliaments and they have right to enact, to enforce their public role as members of parliament.
It looks like the root cause of the conflict is the position of the ruling coalition to the right of clemency of president, and they seem to deny the president this right. Is it legal in Poland?
It is expressis verbis expressed in the Constitution in the Article 139 that the president has the right to clemency, and it is.
Is that right limited somehow?
Only in case of people who are accused with constitutional charges in the Tribunal of State, and in this case it was a regular ordinary court, and this right of clemency should be accepted. It is legally binding, and that's why the penal court, has no right to punish Mariusz Kamiński and Maciej Wąsik, has no right to take them to the prison, and has no right to deprive them from being members of parliament.
No, President granted them right of clemency in fall 2015. We are now 8 years later, and the case has returned. Why this case has returned when, as you said, it's illegal?
Because Supreme Court, the Chamber of Penal Law, thought that it has right to judge, to assess the president's right of clemency. It is only right of the president to decide whether he wants to grant this right or no, and no one, even the Supreme Court, has right to control it, to deprive the president of his basic right granted by the Constitution.
On top of that, there is another layer, because the ruling coalition says that the basis on which we can accept the rule of this or another part of Polish jurisdiction of Polish jury. So this chamber, basically they said, this chamber of Supreme Court is illegal because the Tribunal of Justice of the European Union says that it's illegal, and this chamber is legal. Has the Tribunal of Justice of the European Union any right to declare which part of Polish jurisdiction is legal or not?
Absolutely not. Only Polish law has the right to declare whether the court is a court or not. Even Polish courts have no right to decide if they can deprive one or another court from its right to judge, to announce verdicts. Let's imagine that Supreme Court of the United States will announce that one of the chambers of Polish Supreme Court is no court. The same right as Supreme Court of the United States has European Court of Justice in this case.
What is special in this particular discussion is that each side of the aisle is saying its kind of mantra without listening to arguments of others. So, and do you see any realization that this cannot continue from the other side?
The only way, the only solution in this case is to act according to Polish law, to Polish statutes, and the statute gives the right to Supreme Court, to the Chamber of Extraordinary Issues and Public Affairs, to control the decision of the Marshal of Polish Sejm, Szymon Hołownia, and they decided that this decision was illegal, and we have to accept it. In our case, in every other perspective, only causes chaos and mess in this issue.
And the average people think that law doesn't apply in this country, and we cannot trust the courts, we cannot trust the lawyers.
When judges behave like politicians, this opinion is real, is true, can be real, can be accepted. Judges should be judges, should act according to law, should announce verdicts according to law, should behave like people who know law, not like politicians, because the right of politician is to to declare how law should be in the future, how law should be created in the future. The role of the judges is to act according to the current law.